guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my status effect build, which is 2 Wyvern, 2 China Light, 1 Hannah U, and 1 Golden Gear, which I call GG. And then 2 weapons that focus on status effects. Alright, we'll go into my primary weapon is the Everlasting Gaze. Its talent is Perfect Perpetuation. That's even said right. I probably didn't say it right. Headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect. So say I run in and shoot a guy and then throw my Firefly, or I throw my Firefly, blind a bunch of people, and then I shoot them in the head and I get that. The next status effect I apply increases the duration of it by 50%. So it's going to last 50% longer. So that's my first one. My secondary is the Grudge, and why I use this is Perfect Vindictive. Killing an enemy with the status effect applied grants you and your allies within 20 meters, I'm guessing that says 20 meters, 18% crit hit chance and 18% crit hit damage for 20 seconds. So maybe I pop this on, and then there's a guy I need just to shoot him once, right? Or a little bit. Switch to that, finish him off, we all get that damage boost. Great gun, I like it. Great rate of fire. It's decent rolls on it. Same thing with my primary, decent rolls. Alright, so let's get into the mask. I'm running I'm running 2 Wyvern pieces because the first one is skill damage, which that's okay. I get a little skill damage off of, doing the shock trap or whatnot. But the main one is the second piece, which is status effects, which makes my effect on that enemy last longer. And then of course I want to run skill haste, which brings my skills back quicker, and then more status effects. So that's my mask. Let's go to the chest. And the reason I am running armor on this is because my specialization is Tactician, which I will show you here. In Tactician, amped passive talent, it gives me 1 skill tier, so I can roll the skill tier off and get armor, so boost my survivability a little bit. And the reason I use Tactician well with this is skill damage, but I mean I switch if I run a healing build, I run skill healing, so I switch it back and forth. I mean I like Tactician for that +1 and the skill tier, so I can roll that armor, and it makes me a little bit more tanky. Alright, so third piece is our first piece of China Light, which I'm not really going off of the explosion damage. I want the skill haste, but I do want that 3-piece. So I'm trying to get, if I can work it out. I don't know if I want the skill haste. I might get rid of that skill haste, Hannah U, or the Golden Gear, which the Golden Gear, as I'm running it right now, the 10% status effect would give me the same thing as a 3-piece China Light. So I mean that's perfectly fine. And oh yeah, I need to go over the talent that I have on my chest piece. Overwatch. I like this talent. It not only helps me, but it also helps my entire group. After it says, after staying in cover for 10 seconds, increases you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 12% as long as you remain in cover or cover to cover. So as long as I stay in there, I can throw my Firefly, and then I get 12% more weapon damage after that. So that's perfect. Like weapon damage on top of Perfect Vindictive. I mean, that stacks a little bit of damage with my weapon, right? But as I was saying, we go back to China Light. The Golden Gear 1-piece does the same thing as the 3-piece. And of course I ran skill haste and status effects. On the chest I get skill damage and skill haste, and then I put a mod in it, which is 10.4% skill haste. The skill damage is because I don't just run this on this build. It's kind of an all-around build. But I mean I could throw a status effect in there, then re-roll it, but that's almost 60 electronics each roll. That's a lot. Alright, now to the backpack. It's our second piece of Wyvern gear. Stats effects, skill hit, max skill haste, and a mod for skill haste. The talent, combated arms, shoot an enemy increases your total skill damage. Not the real one that I want. I am looking for a different backpack, which has this right here. This is the talent I'm looking for on here. I can't roll it because I rolled max skill haste, so I'm trying to look for a backpack that has Wicked on it. That would make this backpack a lot better, because I said it would add Perfect Vindictive and to Overwatch if I had Wicked on my backpack. So that's what I'm looking for. Alright, and our gloves, which is our second piece of China Light, which I'm just running with stats effects, skill haste, same old stuff. Hannah U, stats effects, skill haste. And then, alright, let's get into the skills. My first one, of course, I love the Firefly. I am extremely addicted to the Firefly. Alright, so the cooldown on this is 23 seconds. Because I have tier 6, right? Overcharge adds 10 more targets, speed is increased, crazy 250%, and then blind effect duration is plus 200%. But as we look at it now, the cooldown is 23 seconds. 10 targets, speed is not really need to worry about. Blind duration. So if you look at my blind duration, it's 22 seconds. That means if an enemy gets entirely blinded for that entire duration, 1 second after that, I will have it back again. Insane. Crazy. And the same thing on my shock trap. Cooldown 24 seconds, duration 32 seconds. The normal duration of the shock trap is very long, so it's not as fast as my Firefly, so I shouldn't have said same thing. But I use the trap for a lot of reasons, because I can throw it down very early, and I can prevent any rushes. They'll shock them, or I can throw them into a boss, shock the boss, and we can just absolutely destroy him, right? After I Firefly. Because like when my Firefly is about to run out, I throw my shock trap. And it's awesome to like take care of an entire room if you throw it right. But there's also a different one that I'll run. Like I'll run Chem Launcher, which which one is it? This one here, the Riot Foam. It's not too bad. It slows people down, especially like bosses and whatnot. Also, another one that you run, like I can run for like if we run Black Tusk missions, because they're all about electronics, right? And the dogs and like the little tanks like that roll around. The Jammer Pulse is absolutely insane. And look at the cooldown on it. 14 seconds. And the EMP duration, 13. So I get it right pretty much a second back after. And the reason that is let's look at this. So we're going to go down to here. Firefly, skill tier 6, 100, almost 105 skill haste. That's because all my mods, everything is skill haste. And that's how I want it. I want to immediately getting it back right after. Shock trap. And it works. It works so well. So well. And I absolutely love this build. It's so fun. I mean, I have a lot of other builds that I'm like throwing together, you know. But this one is absolutely insane. I love it. Absolutely love it. But that's all for today's video, guys. I just wanted to go over my build. I mean, I have a few buddies that have status effects builds, and I've inspected them, kind of went off their gear and whatnot, and switched it around. I got some tips from some other buddies about status effect builds, what skills I should be running, what should I be focused on, what guns are better, all that. But I really appreciate you swinging by. Have a good night, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and get all those new videos that are coming out soon, because I'm going to do more build videos. I'm going to do some tip videos, a lot of more stuff from the Division 2 in the future. You guys have a good night.